Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Aries here with another video blog diary. So, today is the Sabbath day. For some of you, you wonder what is the Sabbath. The Sabbath is where I sit on my butt, read the Bible, and focus on God, pretty much. So, my Bible plan today was the Epistle of Paul to Philemon, which is done, and my daily scriptures. The only thing I got left is to basically be happy with Psalms. I did pull out my family Bible, my jumbo Bible, I should say, huge one. That's like this big and about yay wide. That for it's the King James Version. I grew up with the King James Version the most. I had a children's Bible, but it only had the most important stories in it. They didn't actually give us the entire story. So, anyways, my Bible is set on that one to Genesis. I'm trying to read up on some of the covenants and etc. You see, once you get past parts of Moses, it goes into Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, which are mostly the Levitical law. So, or the oral law of the Torah. The Torah basically is the 5 books of Moses, but what I'm more interested in is the stories of how God's always there for his people, and that's why I set up the other Bible. Now, in the New Testament, basically, Jesus talks about why he came, and Paul talks about why he does what he does. But the Old Testament is the bringing up to the Messianic prophecies. So it's very interesting. So instead, I used to focus on once a year, basically, do Psalms, Proverbs, and Ecclesiastics. Now, Ecclesiastics is really good. Psalms is really good. I've read Psalms already once this year. So I went back in my Bible that's a compact version of a wedding Bible Aaron got me, that it's set to Psalms only. Whereas my family jumbo Bible is set of Genesis. I'm trying to go backwards and then skip the Levitical laws because mostly no one follows the Levitical or the oral law of the Torah. Then go into Joshua and go all the way up to Job. Joshua to Job is where I was going to read because it would be interesting. Now, my red Bible, my compact Bible, when it's done, I can always switch over to where I'm working on the large Bible. But right now, the large Bible is set to Genesis, and I just finished reading the story of Noah. So, anyways, today's my Sabbath, as you all know. I've been sitting here off and on with the computer running, getting poked by people on Facebook, and I'm just sitting there like, it is really cool, so. And I like the way my hair is, so I'm going to get it trimmed again, but not this month. So, in 2 days, as you know, is my therapist appointment, which, in my opinion, kind of makes me laugh because a therapist basically sits there and says stuff like, like he said, I hope I can help you. You're a therapist. You get paid. No worries, so, but yeah, otherwise I'm feeling good. My neighbor next door is finally slowly moving in. That's a good thing. Blizzard's resting at the moment again. Aaron had a seizure last night. He messaged me this morning at 3 in the morning, basically saying that he was going to go to bed because, when he got up, he was all cranky. And so I told Aaron, when he messaged me, I messaged back saying, hey, I'm going to have a quick cup of coffee. No worries. Well, anyways, do not look at the backside of my pants unless you have to. So, anyways, talking about things today, like I said, we had a great morning, I got up at 8:30. My sister messaged me. I messaged her, and she messaged back, calling me a slacker. I just laughed because it's my Sabbath, She says, oh, I'm teasing you. Talk for a minute about tomorrow being my birthday. She says, oh, your card should be there. I hope your package gets there. Still waiting for the package. The mail service, let's just say here, since this is my video diary and I can speak about anything, the postal service is slow as hell. I don't know what the hell goes on with the postal service, but half the time the lady's across the street at her coffee shop she owns, and then she's like, "Oh my hip, I gotta deliver by 5:30." Come on. The problem is you don't hang out at a coffee shop at taxpayers' expense. So, anyways, I'm waiting for my Bible to come. My sister got one, and the excitement is, which one did she get? Did she get the NLT, the ESV, or the Holman? I wanted it in hardbound because, you know, it's easier. So let's pray that it's the Holman. Erin thinks it's the ESV. I gave her the NLT, even though I don't like the NLT. To tell you the truth, I have an NLT regular Bible here in hardbound from 1999 or 1995 or something. It just doesn't feel right, you know. I mean, I could read the King James version and there's no problems with it, but if I read the New Living Translation or the New World Translation by the Jehovah's Witnesses, it doesn't feel right for me, you know. Now the ESV, I don't know anything about the English Standard Version or the Holman. The Holman usually goes through different ones. They have the New King James, the King James. The ESV is by a different company. So, you know, I think it's like something way books, but, you know, I just can't remember. But you get the idea. So, anyways, so today's plan, I think, since I have nothing better to do with my day, and I get to loaf around, is I think I am going to be going ahead and going ahead today, I think, and enjoying my day with a bubble bath, I think. I haven't had a bubble bath in a while. And I have to wait for this package to come. So, you know, no worries. Oh, and Breath of Fire 2, talking about my game. I'm almost to the last dungeon. I'm working my way level crunching now. I level crunch down there, and when I get 99 of the first 4, then I'll switch over and do 99 to my my 5th one, then 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. I always keep 2 mages in my party because they can wipe out everything in almost one go. The stronger they get, the more powerful they are. So I worked my way through Infinity, and I missed 3 chests so far, 3 or 4, which I got to figure out how to get through it, because Infinity's nothing but demon infested. So once I get through that, it'll be pretty good. Which, talking about Breath of Fire 1 for a minute, if you haven't seen Breath of Fire 1, I have the Super NES version 2. Breath of Fire has got 7 characters that you meet. You start out with character 1, and you got a level crunch till you can get to Windia, which you get character 2. Well, character 1 sleeps in a bed. The princess takes over, and you got to level crunch her for a while. Once you get to a certain point, she's a very good mage once she gets into it. Once the hero gets back, and you and her go on an adventure, eventually, as you know, you eventually meet up with other characters. Like your 3rd character is Bo in the forest. Then you get Karn. Then you get Gobi. Then you get Ox, you know. And I believe that's everything, you know. Let's see, you got Karn, Gobi, Ox, Nina, Ryu, Blue, my mage who's in Breath of Fire 2, and I can't remember the last one, you know. You know, but you get 7. Oh, Mogu, the mole person. Anyways, in Breath of Fire 2, Mogu's not around. The Ox clan is still available. The cow people. The forest-dwelling people disappeared. You have new forest people, Spar, who's the grass man. But yeah, anyways, the game is really good. But in Breath of Fire 2, it talks about religion. Through the whole game, it talks about religion, how you got to pray to Saint Eva, which is Saint Evans. And because of it, they wanted to make it so it could be that anyone, and this is what people think when they play it, is what we're really worshiping is a devil down below taking all our prayers and our fears and our anger and our disgust and eat feeding on it till one day it releases the world, like Chrono Trigger, where Chrono Trigger, in the beginning, they don't know how Lavos came about, but when you're in the 6500 BC and Lavos falls as a star and enters the ground, buried deep in the ground. Eventually, it rises in 1999 because it got too strong. But basically, it got strong for some various reasons, but they don't explain how it happened. Yada yada yada. Just go kill Lavos, get it over with, and it's the Mammoth Machine, the Queen Zeal, and everything else. But anyways, Final Fantasy. Let's just say Final Fantasy 4 is a great storyline myself. It's one of my favorite games. 6 as well. 6 is basically about collecting Magicites and stuff. Final Fantasy 2 didn't have really a storyline except you go through, eventually you find the Emperor and Leon and all this. It's just, but 7 caught my heart because Final Fantasy 7, because 7 basically talked about the life stream. What happens when you die? Well, you go into the life stream of the planet, just like a flowing, huge soul complex. And then the trees grow from it, and, everything happens. So when you die, you don't go to a second, an afterlife. You just go into the ground, But they also said the life stream is pure energy, and you can get poisoned from it. And, it's a good game, but Breath of Fire 2, I'm almost done with it. Then I'm switching over to Breath of Fire 1 for a while, or Final Fantasy 4. I want to finish that one. I also need to get the dusting done tomorrow. As I said, it's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to dust the office, and I'm going to dust the coffee table, and I'm going to dust that area there, and then I'm leaving it, and then I'm going to sweep the floors, wash the floors, mop the floors, vacuum the floors, etc. Kitchen's clean for another week. I just tidied it up a bit, and then you have the bedroom. There's not much dust growing in there yet, so it's no problem. So anyways, tomorrow's my birthday. Tomorrow's dinner is I think he said we're having sausages or something. Tonight's buffalo chicken salad, I think, unless it's sausages tonight or something. I think Aaron said we're having buffalo chicken salad, a cup of soup, and some grilled cheese sandwiches. So I think that will be a fine meal. My birthday, I'm hoping for something decent. Aaron was thinking about, for my birthday, taking me to Chinese, but I really don't want to go to Chinese. I don't want to walk 2 miles round trip just so I can get all you can eat Chinese and feel bloated the rest of the day. I mean, yes, I can work off the calories, but I really don't want to do that for myself, I mean, yes, call me lazy on my birthday, what the hell. But I also know deep down in my heart and my soul, I don't want to do a lot of stuff on my birthday. I mean, my birthday, I got to do a little cleaning because I won't be able to clean except when I get home from my appointment. And I'm wearing a dress on Monday to my doctor's appointment. That's why I was going to take a bubble bath today and tomorrow. So get myself put together, my legs shaved, etc., and then get prepared for Monday, which I go in by bus. I wear a dress. The other day I didn't wear a dress. I wore a t-shirt like this. It was actually the Hello Kitty one. And I wore pants. Which, the problem with the pants right now is I got to sit there and probably Monday, I need to wring them out really good. And then, what do you call it? Wring them out really good. This time I have to choose either the black dress or the red dress. If I choose the red dress, I have to wear black hose with it because I don't want it to bleed on white tights. And that's the real problem with that dress. I was trying to tell my manager that the other day, and she's like, "But you're a boy. You can't wear a dress." Actually, I'm a girl. I can wear a dress just as much as you can. And if you don't like it, then there's a problem in this country, which means you cannot dictate what I can and can't do. I told her this too. She basically backed down. But the thing is I'm not a boy. I don't live as a boy. I live as a girl for 18 years. I don't like people messaging me and saying, "Oh, what gender are you? You're not hot, so there's a problem." I'm not hot. Well, guess what? You guys out there that think a woman needs to be hot, let me just put it to you this way. If you think a woman needs to be hot, then you might be choosing the wrong what do you call it? The wrong person to be around, because frankly, if you're going to be the wrong person, you know, and you think that all women have to be hot, then you need to realize that nothing is hot, nothing is gorgeous, because you age. And when you age like an old shoe at times, or you age on different reasons. So you can't just sit there and say, well, I want to be hot as Caitlyn Jenner. Well, guess what? I was talking to a girl the other day. I was trying to explain to her that if I get facial feminization, I want to be attractive, but, you know, just as Caitlyn Jenner, and she was like, meaning she disagreed, but she said, yes, you should be attractive, you know, yes, you should do this and that. We also talked about other things. This was the day I went to that funeral to say my final goodbyes to a friend of mine, which I will see her again when I go one of these days, whether it be tomorrow or 100 years from now, you know, but the bottom line is the bottom line is basically, you know, just got to be yourself. You can't be attractive and hot and be like, look at me, I'm 22, I'm hot, everyone wants me. No, the point I'm making is everyone is different. Heck, I was watching a documentary I had on a VHS tape that I got made a long time ago, and it talked about the older generation, you know, like for example, a friend of mine wants to be well, never mind about them. I'm not going to go into details yet. I'll talk to the doctors about that. But anyways, because it's kind of disturbing. But anyways, when it comes to me, I've noticed that even if I am female, you know, there's people out there that have had electrolysis for 4 or 5 years after surgery, laser and electrolysis, as well as they're wearing makeup, light makeup, but they're at an age where they're like 50, 60, 70 years old, and they look like the Crypt Keeper. But you know what? They are themselves, so you can't just sit there and say, well, they're not hot, they shouldn't have a sex change. I'm sorry to say, but if that's the way you think of the things, then maybe you should start your own country and dictate your own policies, because in my opinion, anyone who's transgendered and anyone who's transgendered and anyone who's, you know, who they are and they feel like they're a woman, like they are, like me, then you shouldn't be sitting there wondering what the hell is going on in this world when you turn around and you sit there and you get upset, you know, when you see someone hot. I mean, I've had a few things on my mind, and I think while I'm getting ready to upload this, I'm going to do a second video for you all today while I upload. The second one's going to be an interesting one before I take a bubble bath, so please bear with me. But my day is going to be bubble bath and then more Bible time or video game or wait till dinner. So dinner is between 5 and 5:30, so I got plenty of time today. So that said, everyone, there's what I'm going to say. I'm going to post another video that's kind of an interesting topic. So please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Thank you, and may God bless the world.